Hi, everybody. Today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of the 12 steps to financial freedom that I, Margaret, am going to be taking on my money vehicle journey. So, this is going to be an overview from the 12 chapters of the Money Vehicle Handbook and kind of just a guide as to where you are going to go with the Money Vehicle Final Project. So, for our first step, we are going to be looking at the income section, and this is basically just going to be setting the scene for your character, where they're going to be making their money, any supplemental sources of income, and just giving us a platform to build on for the next few sections. Next, we are going to be looking at goal setting. We're going to set a rich goal, which is reachable, individual, controllable, and something that makes your character happy. So we're going to be looking at what our character is going to be buying and spending their money on, and what their essential goals for their future are ideally. Next, we are going to be looking at the time value of money and compound interest. With this, we're going to be looking at the starting salaries of the job that we had listed in section 1, and we're going to be looking at how much money we can eventually make within this field. And with our compound interest calculator, we're going to be setting the scene for what our investment situation is going to look like and how much we hope to achieve in the future. Next, we are going to be looking at the money buckets that we want to put our resources into. This is kind of a fun section. We can look at what we want to spend our money on, where our interests lie, and we can get pretty creative with this section. Next, for number 5, we're going to be looking at foundational accounts. This is going to be looking at the type of institution that we're going to be putting our money into and how we can put our money into accounts that are best suited for ourselves and our lifestyle. Next, for step number 6, we are going to be looking at credit cards and credit scores. Once again, we're going to be looking at what type of credit card we can get that best suits our lifestyle, things like fees and cash back that can really help us with like all of the things that we want in a credit card. And we're going to be looking at credit scores because this is a very important part of getting a credit card, starting to gain financial freedom, and our credit score can have truly so much impact on our future. So this is super important to take very seriously in looking at the type of credit card that we are going to get for our character. Next, we are going to look at investing and index funds. Investments are super, super important for the future of how much money we can achieve at our desired end result. And we're going to be looking at, as I said before, what best suits our lifestyle. That's why the beginning parts of this project are so important, looking at what we want our lifestyle to look like, because all of these factors are going to be individual. They're going to be what best suits us. It's not going to be what best suits our other classmates. It's going to be looking specifically at how we want to spend and save our money. Next, we are going to be looking at insurance. So as much as we can try to mitigate risk, it is always a factor that is going to contribute to our lives. Anything can happen, you never know. So it is important to determine what type of insurances we need and what insurance we are going to get. This is important to do some research on just to decide how we most effectively want to invest in this insurance and why kind of our factors and our position in life matters in looking at insurance costs. For step number 9, we're going to be looking at cybersecurity, which is such an important factor in this day and age. It's going to be something that is going to follow us throughout our whole lives. It's important to have secure accounts. It's important to be responsible on the internet. And this section is just really important for drilling that in and making us all aware of important security measures that we should individually all be taking. Next, we are going to look at taxes and society. So obviously taxes are going to be a big part of our lives and our finances for as long as we are going to know. So it's important to look at the benefits of taxes for society and also look at what tax deductions our character can take with the factors that we have in our own lives. Next, for step 11, we are going to be looking at tax advantage accounts. So this is going to be what type of accounts can we invest in that are different from just our average accounts. It's going to be kind of an extra layer of how we can most save and prioritize the finances that we are creating throughout our whole lives. So this is going to lead us to number 12, which is our pay stub step. And this is really just looking at an overview of what we have talked about within the past 11 chapters. It's going to be how can we look at the importance of the money that we have amassed, and how can we look at all the different accounts that we are putting our money into, how can we look at the taxes, how can we look at our money buckets. And here we are going to recalculate our money buckets just to look at how we want to best and most effectively save our money to ensure success in the future and to ensure financial freedom and independence, which is the number one step that Money Vehicle wants to encourage to everybody. So for this project, you can get creative, you can be more realistic. It's really just an opportunity for you to start looking at these important, extremely important things that will fill your day-to-day life and kind of decide what the most important financial steps you want to take are. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy completing your final project.